Tom Glavine.
Yeah.
Glavine.
Yeah, well, an Animaniacs impersonation of Jerry Lewis talking about Tom Glavine. The most 1994. Alright, so let's get this party started, as Pink would say.
That's or the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Let's get it started. Yeah.
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 Alright. Hello and welcome to the WIP, the What If podcast that's a work in progress. I'm your host, the Spirit of 76, the Slim James, joined by my co-hosts, the Spirit of Vengeance, the franchise, and the Spirit of Maine at Christmas time, Andrew the Giant. And, I bring up the Spirit of 76 because we're recording on Independence Day Eve, 3rd of July,
America.
when your parents let you fire off one firework before Uncle Sam comes and visits you, leaves you some guns and a roasted bald eagle under your America tree. And America, we're in a pretty progressive socially culture at the current moment. They just legalized gay marriage across the USA.
Get married, man.
Of you too, dog. Of you,
That shit
man.
is gross. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's quoting Dave Chappelle, circa 2003. I'm okay with whatever, because ultimately, from a legal argument, there's no good argument against, like, two people entering into a contract legally.
It takes away from my heterosexual marriage.
Yes.
No.
I can't do
To
it.
get married now.
Yeah, and it's like, because the main argument against it was it gives me the creeps. And, like, that's not a good legal argument. Like, that's okay, like, if your church doesn't want to perform the ceremony, but
But don't worry about all the divorces and
yeah.
Cheating.
adulterers.
But also then, because gay marriage is legal and it's redefining what marriage is, I saw on my Facebook feed some bigamist was like, obviously, I can legally marry my second wife now, guys, right?
Yes.
Right?
That's
And there's
exactly what it means.
and gay people across the country are just pinching the bridge of their nose and going, you son of a bitch. You're going to ruin it for everyone.
I think they're just pissed because, now they don't have an excuse to be like, no, honey, we can't get married. No, it's too bad. I'd love to, but, well, the law says we can't. Now they don't have that.
Yeah. Because, like,
That's a sketch on Key and Peele. They do that. One of them is super excited that the law just got passed, and the other one's like, we don't have to run right out and get married right now.
Yeah, well, that was also, like, a plot point on Modern Family where, like oh, my God, get married. And they're like, well, do I just automatically ask him? Or, so...
Yeah, who asks who?
Exactly. Bigamy, that's just him. That's just not right. It's like merge. It's supposed to be, you giving yourself all to one person. This guy is just half-assing it with two women.
Yeah.
And they're his, like, brainwashed sex slaves, so... On the plus side, though, wedding night, you're guaranteed three-way, so...
No.
Is it guaranteed?
Or is it,
Take turns.
well, that's even worse, though, because, like, whoever gets sloppy seconds on the guy is like... he's just not that into it. Like,
Just tired.
Yeah. But the point of all this is that we're in a very socially liberal time in American history. Progressive, moving forward. Gay, rights advancing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still just these hearkening backs to, the entrenched values or conservative, especially in American business. What I'm trying to roundabout talk about is the Spider-Man memo between Sony and Marvel Studios that Peter Parker must be straight and white.
I think he thinks gay means being Spider-Man. I don't know how you would confuse those two things.
And Spider-Man must be straight unless his alter ego is not straight. Basically, what it's saying is the comics have to make him gay first.
Yes. Or just make it so Spider-Man's not Peter Parker. Because Peter Parker will still be straight and white, but then Spider-Man's really Harry Osborn, who's gay now, maybe.
Yeah. Well, no, but it says it specified that Spider-Man's alter ego has to be...
Peter Parker?
No, that has to be homosexual, or it has to be heterosexual unless, like, in the comics first. Basically...
You just do it real quick.
Yeah.
About one issue. Look, he's gay now.
Yeah, but like, yeah,
Make
this
the
is...
movie and now in the comics, and then flip it back around. That was thinking.
But this is more like, I think this is less Marvel being homophobic and more just about being conservative.
Oh yeah, that was Marvel's terms to Sony, right? Or was it the other way around?
It's hard because they licensed it and then they licensed it back because they're producing the movie, so it's hard to say.
Because I thought it was Sony saying to Marvel that stuff, because Sony doesn't want Marvel to change it on them.
All right. Either way, it's more about like being.
Shitty.
It's not being like homophobic. It's probably being more about like conservative about character portrayal. Like we want it to be like it's in the comics.
Yeah.
Not like the Fantastic Four where they changed it to where they're like 4 teenagers who are computer hackers or something, and like or the Deadpool fiasco in Wolverine Origins.
That was just awful.
You just see like where like. Studios go, yeah, we're gonna make the character completely different, and they're like, oh god, don't do that with Spider-Man. We'll just let us do it in the comics first, and then we'll worry about what's happening in the movies. But it still is sort of, it's a smack in the face of cold reality or what have you, that it has to be legally specified. Peter Parker is straight and white.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it.
Did it say he has? Oh, did it say he has to be straight and white?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it could have said, could they make it a girl?
No.
Oh.
I think
Because
that was it too.
yeah.
No.
Male.
Straight white
Yeah,
male.
and there's other character components that are also specified, like
no drug use.
no,
I'm pretty
and
happy.
The sex.
'Cause-
The sex part though, it said no sex with anyone under
Six-
16 or 17.
Yeah.
Unless Peter Parker is also under. The
Oh,
age.
right. Because we can see two teenagers
so
boning,
you could have
but...
two 16-year-olds having sex in the new Spider-Man movie.
Well, can I just say, I'm so happy, as a straight white guy, I'll finally see someone I can relate to in comic book form.
Finally.
Oh my god, it's been so long.
about
Drug dealing Spider-Man.
yeah, but there's also that his
He's
parents.
a great drug dealer.
His stash is like hidden in webbing all
Yeah,
around the city.
yeah, like up with his camera to take pictures, and then also he can take pictures and blackmail the people he deals drugs to.
Yeah.
And then a little extra money because obviously being a photographer never pays the bills.
No.
He's always broke.
Maybe he can like sell Punisher some tips.
Oh, yeah, he sets them up and and then Punisher knocks him down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see Miles Morales on the big screen.
No.
I think that's the...
Well, that's-
because they just started. He's the new Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man's still Spider-Man.
No,
Well,
Peter
he's-
Parker is still there, like as a mentor.
Well, hey, I'm getting to this. All right, I got a little write up to bridge the gap, because Miles Morales,
Hold up.
the new Spider-Man post Secret Wars, but Peter Parker will be around in an advisory role.
Yeah.
But then we look at the new, not the new 52, the new 45. With 45 new friggin' titles, the post Secret Wars, all
Including
new,
Howard
all
the
different, Marvel. But so Peter Parker is going to be around, and then there's a book called The Amazing Spider-Man, which has classic Peter Parker on there. But then a book called Just Spider-Man will have Miles Morales. So I'm not sure if they're gonna do like maybe a bridge.
Just Spider-Man #1.
Yeah.
Just Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, they already have Web of Spectacular, Sensational,
Just
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker the Spectacular.
Well, they changed it because for a while it was just Spectacular, and then it was Peter Parker the Spectacular, and then it was just Peter Parker Spider-Man, and then
There was a miniseries called Just Peter Parker, and then
there was Peter Porker.
the Spectacular Spider-Ham. But yeah, so Pete had a good run of 50 years, approximately 4,736 appearances per Marvel Wikia.
I saw that, and I thought that seemed really low. Like,
How many? 4,000?
4,736.
over 50 years?
Yeah.
Name a
Okay,
comic
well-
book Spider-Man never appeared in.
Well, yeah, but let's do the quick math. We got up to like Amazing Spider-Man 700, and then there's like another like Spectacular and whatever. Those are like a couple hundred each. We're up to like 1,100.
Yeah.
Marvel Team Up, that's 150. So like just his solo series that he starred in is 2,000. Like approximately, and then you get everything he guest starred in is another 2,000.
Yeah, I still think there should be more, but maybe I'm combining alternate reality ones. I mean, are they counting like what ifs Spider-Man appearances?
No, because I think the Wikia, if we're going to get into Wikia math as a
They're
topic
only
of discussion.
MU,
Yeah.
616.
Yes.
universe.
So like I think it's a good move. Pete had a good run of 50 years. Marvel's going diversity, the old wooden ship of the comic book world, and that we're going to take all of our old properties, Wolverine, Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man, and they're going to be female or black, but they're still going to have the same character names that we've had for 50 years because they can't get new characters. That would just be silly.
Same suit, same name.
Yep.
Different person.
Yep.
Yeah, why isn't Falcon like Falcon America? Or is he changing to the Eagle because now he's
He's
American
just taking
more?
up the Captain America mantle.
But is he still going to fly?
I think some of them he think he had
I
wings.
don't know.
Well, he's in the preview thing.
Yeah, there was
There's a bunch of preview stuff.
he was in in that one.
Because like
In the beginning.
the title
There was a picture
of his new #1 is Captain America.
Yeah, he's got
or
wings.
Sam Wilson, Captain America.
And that one.
No, and he doesn't have wings. But... Oh man, is he just really old now?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know, man.
What?
Sometimes it's hard for me to keep up with, this all new, all different Marvel. Yeah, look, on the all new, all different Marvel, there's 2 Spider-Men.
And Spider-Gwen?
Well, I think
Yes.
that one is Miles
Yeah.
Morales.
Yes.
That's Miles.
Yeah, I was saying that there's
But,
2 of
yeah.
them. So, like, are we going to see
Oh, Miles Morales has a darker suit.
Racist. Are we going to see, like, a storyline where Peter Parker, it's a slow transition to all Miles Morales?
Yeah.
Could be.
He'll find some younging serum or something and make himself younger again. And then they can both be Spider-Mans together.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't Vulture do something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
sucks the youth out of Peter Parker's robot clone parents.
I have that. I have those issues.
So, so he'll do that.
Some
But,
great 90s.
But, like, just this all new, all different is bullshit. Because, like, I remember when they had the new Amazing Spider-Man #1. You know, I got my variant cover for $50. I only regret it kind of. I still like it, and I'm glad I have it, but, you know, I could have got it cheaper if I just waited for it not to be new. But the point is that, hey, guess what? We're just going to have another #1. And so you just get, like, new #1s every 2 years.
Yeah.
And, like, so comics are kind of bullshit now. Yeah, so they did cast a new Spider-Man, some British kid.
See, and I can't even... I mean, you talk about getting new #1 issues all the time.
Uh-huh.
When did the last Spider-Man movie come out? How long ago was that? 2
A couple years ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
Already. Let's reboot.
But they said it's not going to be a reboot.
But
Yeah, they're not going to do a full origin thing again.
They're just going to have him appear.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they'll just assume
It's a soft
everybody
reboot,
knows.
probably. They'll just, like, allude to his origin and stuff, but not...
Tie him into the main
Yeah.
Marvel universe.
Yeah, it'll probably be
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Here's the thing, though. They had to because the friggin'
Civil War.
the Andrew Garfield and all that was just falling apart. It's coming off the rails. Amazing Spider-Man 2 skipped the Spider-Man 2 of the original trilogy and just went to Spider-Man 3, where they got like 7 villains and just a whole bunch of shit. And oh my god.
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti, robot rhinos.
And the Green Goblin and Electro and Dr. Octopus's tentacles in the background and stuff.
Wings.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, you just need to calm down. You can't launch your Sinister Six spin-off before you even finished this movie.
Are they still doing that?
No, they scrapped everything. It's just going to be this new Spider-Man movie. But, you know, I saw a couple of, like, disappointed tweets. They're like, oh, God, why isn't Spider-Man Miles Morales? It's like, oh my god, they're just trying to get Peter Parker right first before they progress to the next evolution.
I think doing stuff like having an ultimate universe in movies would not go over very well. I mean,
No,
how could you fit in alternate realities in a 2-hour movie?
You couldn't.
Unless it was Fantastic Four and, like, that was their whole journey, was going through alternate universes. They're the only ones that would actually do that.
Yeah, but they're, stuck in Fox hellscape where they have to make non-good Fantastic Four movies because they don't want to give up the rights, even though they don't want to make the movies either.
Did you see Thing is naked now? He's going to... I saw an article where in all the movie he's fighting without pants.
Why does he need pants?
Yeah, like, we don't know what... Does he have a rock penis?
He has
or not?
nothing. Like,
Yeah,
they showed
slate.
photos, just... well, not sleek. Rocky.
Oh. This thing about female Thor, Sam Wilson, Captain America, Sam Wilson's running around in the movies. So, like, this possible that post-Infinity War, in this, like, new universe, phase 7 or whatever, if they were ever thinking about that they could go diverse, because they've sort of run white men into the ground with the first run of movies.
With the Spider-Man,
And-
how old is he? 19?
Yeah.
So he could do this forever.
Yeah, he could have a good 10 years
Yeah.
on him. But, like, you know, we've, you know, taken all of these normal characters, Steve Rogers, Tony Stark, whatever, run them into the ground. So, like, oh, we need to have new movies, and we don't want to do hard reboots and just retell the same stuff. You could have these ethnically diverse, newer characters, but with the same character names, because, you know, Spider-Man sells movies, Peter Parker doesn't.
No.
And apparently, what I read in another article, that Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie, solo movie, will be a John Hughes style soap opera
Oh, of course.
jammed into a action superhero movie. Yeah, good lord. That's what I have written down in my notes. Good lord.
Just do a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody's
you
made
know,
any of those yet.
seriously. Yeah, because, like, Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man trilogy, they had a good, like, Peter Parker, I feel like. Like, he was doing his thing, and, like, he was good high school scenarios. Like, the first movie, it painted a good picture of Spider-Man in high school.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man himself sucked because he never did any quips, really. You know, he didn't have that sense of humor as much.
And he was an awful Venom in number 3.
Well, yeah. And then, but, like, Amazing Spider-Man, like, he was funny, you know, had better quips, but is like, Peter Parker doesn't get Gwen Stacy right off the bat and is
No, he
macking.
doesn't skateboard.
No. He's a fucking science nerd who can't talk to girls, but
He wouldn't
instead,
jump in to save some of the kid from a fight.
no. He'd be like, Flash,
Oh my god,
no.
it's not me.
Yeah.
And then, oh, Peter Parker, what are you looking at?
Nothing.
There's lots of stuff going on with Spider-Man. Is he gay? Not yet.
No. But he's bi-curious.
Ease into it.
Yeah.
Don't go full gay yet.
Yeah, well, like, there isn't really a prominent gay superhero. There's, like, the guy from Alpha Flight and Iceman. You know, two of the flagship characters of Marvel.
Yeah.
Flatman from the GLA.
He's gay?
He's gay.
Okay, see, like I said, hallmarks. You know, all just the pillars of the Marvel
I
universe.
feel like there must be another gay character.
I mean,
Oh, well, the Young Avengers have, like, Hulkling and Wiccan.
once again, like, they've rebooted, you know, like, Black Captain America, Lady Thor, Black Spider-Man, but no, and, like, Mexican Ghost Rider. But, like, no gay, we don't have any gay characters yet,
Does
so...
DC also...
Barry Allen in Earth 2, that's what I remember reading
Earth
once.
2.
So Earth 2
the
Flash.
Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
In an
Or no, yeah, I might be thinking of Alan Scott.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, that
the
was
Earth
fairly
2
recent.
version of the 50s era New 52 DC.
Just fucking do it.
I don't, they're scared.
Especially with them making new things all the time. You can have one of the girls be...
Yeah, I think they might have tried more with lesbian characters because that titillates young male readers more.
Yeah.
But
Because they're going to see some full-on
Oh,
lesbian.
there is, as far as lesbian characters go, isn't, like, Poison Ivy or one of them bisexual?
yeah, I thought
Or
Harley
maybe
Quinn
Harley
and
Quinn.
and Poison Ivy were like gay for
Sometimes
each other
brothers.
and like not much else.
There's a couple of teen heroes in Marvel that are lesbians too. Like one of the Power Pack girls. Again,
Uh-huh.
huge name right there. Power
Yeah.
Pack.
So like until we get a reboot of like a real prominent a character that could star in a solo book,
That's
no
gay.
problem. We still got strides to make. And then of course they'll take another 30 years before they make it into the movies.
Yeah. No one wants to see that on the big screen.
Explicit.
Well, they're
It's explicitly forbidden.
rebooting all these things, so in a couple of years they got fucking 45 new books to go off.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like they're rebooting the universe so that they can write stuff so that they can get some dibs on movie rights. Like they might put the Thing in the Guardians of the Galaxy. You're like, oh, the Thing, oh my god, and it's like, you guys just screwed yourself and you sold off all your movie rights in like the year 1998, and now you're just trying to backfill it and just like backpedal on it and like, just you got the Avengers, just work with what you got.
Yeah, that encompasses quite a bit of their universe.
Yeah, give me a solo Stingray movie. X-51 the Machine Man.
I would watch that.
Yes.
Man Thing.
Speaking of
The
X,
non-gay porn version.
That's a reboot, though.
Yeah.
There's not a
That's
Man
true.
Thing reboot. Another one.
yeah,
The
come on.
Howard
I just
Duck.
watched this sci-fi original movie that got a DVD release in 2005. This is bullshit. If they did a team up of Howard the Duck and Man Thing, That could be
Movie?
that could be the answer.
Netflix series.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that could be the answer to Fox's Deadpool, because like Deadpool is the hard R comedy, as has been confirmed.
Do a what if Netflix series.
Well, that would be
Or a
dope.
team up series.
Well, I feel
both
like
of those.
I would do like some cool like animated stuff, so they could do like larger crossover things, sort of done out as cartoons. Because like DC did a bunch of those, but
DC does good animation stuff. Marvel is lacking. I
Yeah.
mean, their stuff isn't bad, but
oh well, they've been more concentrated on
But
live
their-
action movies,
yeah,
I
but
guess.
their
So,
actual movies are
they're
far
way
superior
better.
to
Yeah.
DC.
but Hot Girl Solo show instead?
Yes.
Nope, just kidding.
I think there's a Supergirl
Yes,
solo show that's coming through.
Yeah.
There's a lot of DC stuff.
but instead we'll just
Dawn is still supposedly happening.
Oh, that's all.
we'll get
It
a
just blows up in the first episode.
we'll get a
And then the Arrow and Flash spin-off.
yeah. Well, that's gonna be what Hot Girl's in. So just imagine they'll probably do a Hot Girl solo spinoff in a couple years, considering there was rumors for it right off the bat.
Yeah.
But I just like because like sometimes when they like have
Teen
to
Titans too.
when they have to deny rumors, they're like it's not coming or maybe it is. You know, we can't speak to it right now. But this time they're like, yeah, no, shit's not happening.
Definitely
No Hot
not.
Girl.
No way.
Arrow, Stephen Amell, is that it? Amell, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
He was supposed to wrestle Stardust at SummerSlam.
Whoa.
Oh, but Dusty Rhodes died.
Oh.
so
So?
his dad died, so he's sad, so he can't. He
How
can't.
far away is?
So it's in
this?
August. You wouldn't need 2 months of build up for Arrow versus Stardust,
No,
but
neither of them would really need to train much for a wrestling match.
well, not even trained, but like I don't want to see 2 months of TV for Arrow going. I'm gonna wrestle you in a couple months because like how much can he do?
Yeah, you can still do that. Fucking
But
keep
why-
it together for a couple minutes while you're on.
Why
on
Gold
camera.
Dust?
Stardust.
Stardust. Oh.
Yeah, that's Cody Rhodes. As was referred to by the article I saw first dropping this, WWE legend Cody Rhodes.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he just turned 30, and he's
legendary.
like, yeah, he held the tag team titles with Hardcore Holly, and
Whoa.
with Gold Dust. So legend. He did change his finisher name to the Queen's Crossbow, right before he went off TV because his dad died. So yeah, get it? Queen's Crossbow,
Mhm.
Queen, Arrow.
Oh.
Pretty lowbrow.
So yeah, we're not gonna get that. So and then DC, they dropped a couple of pictures of Superman versus Batman. They're just pouring on the Jesus imagery with Superman.
From the Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's got kind of a loincloth thing going on.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Fucking, and Lex Luthor with hair though.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Jesse Eisenberg's hair. It looks like he's wearing a bald cap with a wig on top.
Well, maybe
Well-
that's part of the movie.
I'm
Though.
pretty sure he's bald. Well, they had pictures of him bald, so
Yeah.
either he's wearing a bald cap with a wig on top, or he's bald and wearing a wig.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's wearing a bald cap.
So much
Also
hair.
a wig on top.
So, you know who else has come to movies, or at least cinematic universes?
No.
The Punisher.
Oh.
Yeah, confirmed. Andrew the Giant found the clues hidden in the Easter eggs on the side of the trucks that transported Kingpin in the Daredevil finale.
It happened.
Yeah, they were from
true.
Kingpin Punisher Daredevil crossovers.
Yeah.
And what do we
I
get?
didn't actually do the research to figure out what the hell they meant. Somebody else had already.
Oh,
done
you
that.
But,
But-
son of a bitch!
But I noticed that was a thing, so I looked it up and noticed, somebody else already did the work for me, though.
Nice.
There it is. All right. Well, I'm less impressed.
So, wait, you say he's coming to the movie or just
The series.
series?
Daredevil
well, just the series,
Okay.
but you know,
The guy, the guy that plays Shane
Hmm?
on Walking Dead,
John Bernthal.
Oh, okay. I see. I saw the name, but I didn't
he's
recognize.
playing.
He's got a wonky nose.
Yep.
He's got black hair. He's ready to go.
You've got on the show. You've got a real real rugged charm going for you on the show.
If rugged means battered in and beaten up looking, I think I've kind of got that covered. You know, no, I don't think that's a good
But
thing.
ladies,
you know?
ladies like that though.
Yeesh.
Ladies like a guy who is tough and confident, and you exude that on the show. And
But it's hard for me to accept because I've broken my nose 14 times.
now,
I
how'd
have-
you break your nose 14 times?
You know, look, boxing, playing
you were-
baseball.
you were a
just-
boxer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just being an all-around knucklehead. but see, that was something that happened to me. But these giant ears, I was born with these.
I think they're bringing in like movie caliber people to the show, maybe so that they could use them in movies later.
Yeah.
Because like Rosario Dawson, Vincent D'Onofrio, this guy, I can't remember his
Jon
name.
Bernthal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in like Wolf of Wall Street and stuff. I was watching a few interviews and
he was in that Brad Pitt tank movie, Fury.
Yeah.
He was in that with Shia LaBeouf.
There's a guy we need to get in the
Crazy
MCU.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, why isn't he in any superhero movie yet?
Yeah, he could play a good. I don't know. Fuck.
But that's what I think. I think they'll do that down the road sometime once maybe after this Defenders series happens, they could.
Well, how many years away is the Defenders series?
Or cross them over. Like
Yeah, well, like-
Daredevil could go back and forth between movies.
Well, like the-
or Punisher.
Yeah, like the Civil War. That's prime for a Punisher and or Daredevil cameo.
Yeah.
Because they're like a whole different tier of superheroes that are going to be a concern for guys like Captain America and Iron Man in terms of who's registered. Because you got this psycho running around Hell's Kitchen gunning everybody down.
Yeah.
But in terms of Punisher in the Daredevil series, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
He can act as a foil for Daredevil rather than, straight antagonist. He's not a villain. No. He's just a counterpoint guy. And he does what Daredevil can't.
Kill.
We're totally going to see an origin episode, so get ready for some flashbacks and him looking all post-traumatic stress disordery.
Damn.
My wife! So, ultimately, I don't want to seem too jaded, but I think I can predict the story arc. Daredevil will be positioned against the Punisher in the beginning.
No.
And then they'll team up to take down a greater mutual threat.
What?
And then in the end, Daredevil realizes he can't trust Punisher, so they're just sort of uneasy and just sort of back away slowly. And they just, go their separate ways, world apart, as Journey would say.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But it'll still be good. Was Jason Statham supposed to be Bullseye? Maybe.
That was a rumor.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. If that comes to fruition, that's another movie caliber actor that could easily cross over.
Yeah. And it would be good if he was like a sniper, because that's a good real world application of being
one of the Easter eggs. That there was the sniper that took out there was a cop.
Yeah.
Daredevil was talking to a cop, and a sniper took him out. There was a freeze frame. He has the Ace of Spades in his bag.
So it was Gambit.
Yeah.
It was Lemmy from Motorhead. That's what he needs.
Ace of Spades.
But yeah.
So that was supposed to be
because like
it would have been cooler if he threw a pencil.
yeah, say real world application of Bullseye's skills where he throws something at you and you die from it is not as awesome. But him being like an assassin,
this rock hard.
because one of his things was that he strangled Karen. Is he strangled Karen Page? No, someone in Daredevil's periphery with a hairdryer and stuff. That he's not just a marksman. He's just a ruthless assassin and can use anything as a weapon to kill you.
Like Jason Statham.
Yes, but yeah, so it's cool to see a name supporting character, and not just Jon Bernthal, but Punisher. It's not friggin' some guy I've never heard of, or Newman.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's from the comics technically, it's iconic, but having Daredevil, Plus, they've shown that Marvel's shown they'll go blood and guts on the Daredevil Netflix, so Punisher won't be neutered. He can actually kill guys.
He'll kill a lot of guys.
Yeah, there was some pretty gruesome.
I hope it's not Warzone though, because that was the worst movie I've ever seen. It's just.
Do you think Dolph Lundgren will make a cameo appearance?
As a security guard.
Or Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane's so butthurt. He's but guys, I'm Punisher.
He's gonna be in Boston, right?
Yeah.
Should ask him about it.
How do you feel about it? Does it hurt?
Flip the table.
Give me your tears.
Starts breaking people's arms
Then
and
they
legs.
set the table back up, and the very next person asks them the same question.
How excited are you that somebody else is playing Punisher?
Even though you want to.
So bad. You made a fan film.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, the laundry.
Dirty laundry, awesome. As Don Henley would say.
Yeah.
Speaking of Boston, Stan Lee's going to be there. Sure. And he was in the hospital recently, right before we went to the Ant-Man premiere. And then he was fine after, but I'm you son of a bitch, don't die. I need you to sign my
Oh,
Amazing
God.
Spider-Man
Yes,
45.
base.
No, that's
No.
Wilson Phillips.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. For one more day. So speaking of Punisher in the MCU, and speaking of gay Spider-Man,
Oh, so we're seeing some BDSM? Is that where this is going?
what if regular Punisher killed regular Spider-Man? So basically this harkens back to Punisher's origin tale, or at least his first appearance in like 178. Is that the issue? Maybe.
Yeah,
Amazing
it's
Spider-Man.
something around those
Yeah,
numbers.
The Amazing Spider-Man. The cover is a good enough tribute to it. It's not too 90s for us. And, you know,
It's got the great yellow background.
yeah, you don't have to be saddled with, like, just a corny, poorly drawn city background. You can just get some bold yellow and go for it.
Jonah, your mystery man? His name's Frank Castle. He's a self-styled vigilante. Calls himself the Punisher. He's wanted by the FBI, and even the CIA want him for questioning in the disappearances of various crime figures.
A crime fighter, huh? And now he's after Spider-Man? Maybe we can play up that angle and turn him into a hero.
Not with this guy's MO. He's known for using lethal force. He shoots first and never asks questions.
What about Parker? Is he getting any pictures of this?
I couldn't find him.
Typical.
So basically in this, Jackal's a dick, as he is wont to be. Professor Miles Warren. For some reason, he wants to ruin Peter Parker's life because he has a child boner for Gwen Stacy.
Well, like, that's the thing. I don't know if that ever gets discussed, but it seems like everyone has that boner for Gwen Stacy. Like, Norman, when they redid it and Norman Osborn had, like,
Babies?
had sex with her and
Yeah.
had a baby with her.
Well,
And,
Gwen Stacy's not that great.
I mean, she's the only blonde female, I guess, in
Uh-huh.
their
In the
world.
city,
Which is weird because it seems like Mary Jane would put out more.
Yeah,
Now, nothing
she is a redhead.
nothing compared to Black Cat, but you know.
Well, you get that platinum white hair.
But yeah, so anyway, Jackal's a dick. Punisher is acting kind of naive about the whole thing because apparently it's his first real foray into the realm of punishing. He, like, in this we see him blow up his Frank Castle house and just leave Frank Castle behind. Well, he left Frank, yeah, and he already
Frank
left.
Castle.
He left Frank, yeah, Shay Frank. He left Frank Castiglione behind when he denied his Italian roots to become Frank Castle, and then he's like, "You killed my family. You killed me. Now I'm gonna punish." Rah. So basically, he falls for it when Jackal tells him that Spider-Man's a villain.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I mean, you read the Daily Bugle.
Exactly.
Spider-Man's a villain.
Upstanding citizen
everybody
like
knows.
J. Jonah Jameson is telling me, and obviously.
Jackal Jameson.
And obviously, I'm going to trust the guy in a green jackal suit.
Yeah. I mean,
He seems
what's
pretty
he got to
trustworthy.
hide?
Professor Miles Warren also has a Gwen Stacy clone running around. Weird. And Punisher's like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Shh, don't worry about it. It's my sex bot." So Punisher is vexed by Spider-Man's spidey sense because he's always dodging bullets. He's trying to snipe him or shoot him, and he's just like, "Woohoo!" turning in midair. So eventually he realizes the way to kill Spider-Man is to put a bomb in Dr. Octopus dummy. It fools Spider-Man's spider sense because he thinks that Doc Ock is setting it off, but it's actually the bomb. He turns around the mannequin and kablamo! He's dead now. And yeah,
What is Dr. Octopus supposed to be doing? Peeking in a window or something?
yeah, just so you know. Yeah, well, he put fake glasses on it, even though his back's to where Spider-Man would be facing. So like,
Just in case.
So eventually, you know, it comes out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man because he's dead now, and he gets blown up, but it only affects his costume. He doesn't turn into a big pile of blood and guts.
Well, no.
It's censored. So basically, the world realizes that it was Peter Parker, and that he was just a stupid grad kid, not a career-threatening criminal like Jackal was telling him.
Jackal.
So because he killed Spidey, Punisher is chased by all of New York's greatest heroes: Cap, DD, like Hellcat or whatever that is.
Oh yeah, Patsy Walker.
Luke Cage is there. All the heavy hitters.
As Power Man. Or
Yes.
as Luke Cage. Does he have the tiara?
Yeah, he's full Power Man.
Nice.
Not just a hero for hire.
5,000.
Drop the bombshell. Or is that what they also sing Worlds Collide?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, all of the WWE hits. Basically, Punisher kills all of Spider-Man's rogue gallery in one fell swoop because they're throwing him a gala you killed Spider-Man, you're one of us. And he's like, I don't do crime. And so he kills all of them with guns, including old school Beetle in his stupid like bucket helmet. It's totally.
There he is.
He's like bucket. He's like Dr. Fate meets Green and Purple meets some fly hands. Vulture has an oh dear look on his face before Punisher shoots him in the head.
Oh, he's just senile. What was I doing?
Who are you, young man? Would you like some Werther's originals?
It amazes me that all the villains, like, they have all those bars that they hang out at. And
they never get busted by the cops.
I mean, they're always like, they usually get in fights with each other, but, well, when they're drinking, they're happy-go-lucky and they get along so well.
Yeah, well, when they're on their job, they're kind of tense because they're like stealing things to either have the secret to immortality or get money to continue to live or stuff. But like when they're off the clock, they're just like, we know. We got this. This is where they come up with their harebrained schemes to team up and that always go awry.
Fucking Shocker's got a flask. Craven has a chalice.
Obviously, that's what.
Dr. Octopus is an alcoholic. He has 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
3 glasses in a bottle. Well, I guess he's pouring and handing that one to Scorpion.
Yeah, so he's like a barkeep and but he's holding a bottle and pouring.
He's a drunk.
And then you get Mysterio levitating with Doctor Strange fingers.
Yeah.
You're not actually magic. You're illusion magic.
So that's not really a glass in front of him.
No, it's on a string.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the Joe Bluth of
I'm impressed. Nobody's even looking at you.
Basically, after Punisher makes himself feel better by killing all these villains, he goes to Miles Warren's office. Man, Miles Warren's, it's not good when he has possessive things.
No.
Too many
Miles
S's. He points a gun at him, and then somehow or another, the cops are also called. So it's like a Mexican standoff. The cops got the guns at his head. Punisher's got the gun at Jackal's head. And he's like, see you on the other side, Jackal. And then he gets shot. So it's implied that he goes out in a blaze of glory, as John Bon Jovi would say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe he meant the other side of the jail cell, and he's gonna surrender and then just be honest and give witness.
See you on the other side of the bars.
I think that's implied.
Yes.
Because if he just shoots him, then no one's gonna know that Miles Warren was this evil Jackal guy.
Yeah,
He's
but
gonna
that's
be like, oh my God, this poor college professor got killed by this psycho with a gun.
Oh no!
Now Gwen Stacy clone's just I don't know, putting out, I guess, all over town.
So overall, the art on this, I would describe it as default. Mm-hmm. It's not terrible. Like, it doesn't have like too many lines or anything.
It's average 90s.
Yeah, average 90s. You know, just so much like musculature, just bulging out the seams.
Mm.
And Jackal, though, it looks a little odd from time to time. Like when he's first talking with Punisher, there's a couple of wonky panels. I'm like, yeesh. And the fact that like Jackal's just weird. He looks like he should be wearing like a loincloth or like trunks or something, but he's just like in a nude green suit with big pointy ears. Yeah. I just find it unsettling.
His undies are the same color as his skin.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, so I guess for him that's nude tone.
The art, Gordon Purcell, he's a luminary who did other 90s gems like Sable, Wonder Man.
Silver Sable?
Yes.
I got it.
I got that too. Still got that embossed cover.
The writing's not terrible. Chuck Dixon is the writer. It doesn't, like, even though there's a lot going on, it doesn't feel like it suffers from some of that too much crammed in stuff. I guess most of it's body count. He's like ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. But for a Punisher, that's kind of what you want. You get in a good Punisher, and he's feeling all self-righteous and going on his, personal vendetta and killing people, and so it's a change of pace from your normal traditional superhero thing where he's conflicted. Punisher's less conflicted. But hey, we saw if Punisher killed Spider-Man. But we're going to see, huge spoilers, not really, for the Daredevil thing. What if Punisher had killed Daredevil? Actually, just as a quick, I'll just mention the issue number. Volume 2, number 58, was Punisher killing Spider-Man. Volume 2, number 26, is Punisher killing Daredevil. Oh. So, we're going in reverse chronological order. So it's crazy.
You didn't bring it today, but you also have the Punisher killing the Marvel Universe?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any similarities?
I haven't read that yet. It's sort of in the backlog. With like, we're going to do a bonus episode because that's not technically a what if.
True.
So I'll just read it then and stuff. Okay. But on the cover, because it says Punisher and Daredevil, Spider-Man is on the cover twice. Lurking in the background and in the top corner face box.
With Captain America.
Yes. But, you need, it's a comic book published between, 1975 and 2000, and it needs to have Spider-Man on it 2 or 3 times.
Otherwise, you don't know what it's about.
Yeah. And, who's going to buy it if it says Punisher and Daredevil?
Not me.
So, basically, what if Punisher had killed Daredevil? The answer is, it all falls apart. Punisher tranks DD too close to the edge of a building.
So, wait, does he think he's a bad guy, too? Is that why?
No, that's why he only tranks him. He's like, I don't need you harshing my mellow, man. Or
or mellowing my harsh?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't need you bringing me down.
Bruce.
So he's like, I'll just trank you, but then he falls off and dies because he tranked him too close to the edge of the building. Whoops. So then it's revealed that Daredevil was Matt Murdock.
A blind guy, it says. Some lawyer named Murdoch. A blind guy.
That's being very judgmental.
Well, that should feel horrible. They're like, oh, look at this, what a blind man could do, and I can't do any of that stuff.
So Spider-Man gets pissed because he was a friend to both Matt Murdock and Daredevil in his various egos, alter and otherwise. So he goes after Punisher, hence he gets to be on the cover. So Murdock/Daredevil's files or whatever are fed to Ben Urich by Foggy Nelson as a result of his death. I don't know why he was holding off. Basically, what it results is corrupt politicians are exposed. So that just kicks open this hornet's nest, lifts up the rock, and lets all the bugs crawl out.
Indecent exposure.
Pretty much. Punisher shoots Spider-Man, which puts him in a coma. So Parker, his identity is exposed again. Oh, he can't catch a break this time. Aunt May is assassinated in retaliation against Spider-Man.
Oh,
wah, wah.
That's good for Aunt May.
The mayor, Theodore Mason, is supposedly the only clean politician left, and he decrees to superheroes to stay out of it and let the cops handle it. So, the Avengers meet, and a couple of the more heavy hitters, he's like, let the NYPD get this. But there's some rogues who don't stay out of the business.
Like Rogue?
No.
Oh.
Cloak and Dagger.
Oh.
Whose operation is a little Cloak and Dagger. Not Clandestine wasn't in there, though.
No, they're definitely not.
They're over in England? Being English? Weren't they part of Excalibur?
I feel like they were.
Yeah, lame. But, nothing really comes of Cloak and Dagger's appearance. He just fights them. It just shows that some are still chasing after him.
Does anything ever come from any appearance by Cloak and Dagger?
No. So Ben Urich and Foggy Nelson are assassinated because they're leaking info.
Oh, okay.
And Peter Parker goes crazy because Punisher shot him and Aunt May died. And
what's he got left?
Yeah, and he killed Daredevil, and it's like, you need to stop Punisher. And Punisher then has no choice but to kill Peter Parker. Because it wasn't Spider-Man that attacked him, it was Peter Parker in his hospital gown.
Oh, so Punisher's like, oh my god, there's a guy in a hospital gown attacking me. Guess I better shoot him.
Dragging him up the side of a building.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Peter Parker uses his spider strength, and he's about to toss him off the edge of a building, and then Frank Castle's like, blata, blata, and shoots him in the chest, assumedly. He doesn't slip off the building and die, though. He's got this. Somehow or another, once again, that's the phrase of the podcast, it's revealed Kingpin was pulling some of the puppet strings. He was feeding info to Foggy to undermine other criminals and other politicians so that the one in his pocket, the only supposedly clean one, Theodore Mason, can be mayor, and he has the mayor in his pocket.
Of course. That makes sense. Kingpin is supposed to be a brilliant strategist.
Yeah, as we saw in the Daredevil series, he, clearly is knocking off his competition, and they're like, what are you doing, Kingpin? I'm a little nervous about all this. Oh, don't worry about it. Wait, sorry. Okay. Don't worry about it. That's some good Wilson Fisk Vincent D'Onofrio did. So yeah, basically, in the end, Punisher blows Kingpin and himself up.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad he at least dies in both of these.
Yes.
Not really.
Overall, the art was once again okay. Luke McDonnell was the artist. He did a couple other What Ifs and a whole lot of 80s Iron Man.
Oh.
It has a lot of the line shadowing, so it's like just like heavy straight lines to act as shadow rather than something finer or solid black. That's gets the job done. And it's a different default 90s than the other issue we were looking at.
It was more sketchy 90s, I think.
Yeah. Which in a lot of these you get it seems like these What Ifs were sort of churned out, sort of rush jobs maybe.
Yeah.
The writing, as I put it, it handles its business well. Once again, a lot of things happen in this, racking up the body count. But it doesn't feel, when I was reading it, doesn't feel too forced or crammed. It sort of flows along.
I like Kurt Busiek. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Me neither.
Nope.
Curdy B. This and the previous issue do follow the same arc, though. Punisher regrets killing the guy, has to fight off other heroes and what have you coming after him, and ultimately tracks down the real bad guy and commits murder-suicide in the end to redeem himself. So that's pretty Punisher-y, though. So,
he's
it's
punishing himself.
That's essentially, like Frank Castle is going to die by suicide, like in the end.
Yeah.
If there's ever the final Frank Castle story.
And it will probably be him taking out a whole bunch of other guys with him.
Yeah.
At the bad guy party.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, more gritty would be him like shooting all of them and then just shooting himself.
Yeah.
Like even though he has a choice, he's still just gonna kill himself.
No, he's just like.
Well,
even worse if he like actually just took a razor out and slit his wrist, because he doesn't use that at all.
That's true.
I'm saving this for myself.
Yeah. Well, it's like because Punisher ultimately he's a character who hates himself.
Yeah.
He probably feels like he let his family die, so he needs to punish everybody else, but he's just saving the best for last. So yeah, what do you think about Punisher? You looking forward to him?
Yeah, I like Punisher. I mean, he's dark, gritty, more realistic. I think if they were real superheroes, they would be more like Punisher in the fact that they would just go out and kill bad guys.
Yeah, and be sort of lone wolf.
Yep.
And use guns.
Yeah, and not just actually have superpowers.
Yeah, or fist fight a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
He gets beat up a lot. He actually gets beat up.
Yeah.
He doesn't just go out and fuck shit up with no consequences.
And he'll be a good character in the MCU, because he's like the first sort of real anti-hero. Because Daredevil, he's gritty, but he's not really an anti-hero, because he's still sort of...
Even the Wolverine in all the X-Men movies, he's not been that dark. Like
No.
in the comics, when he actually kills people and is ripping them apart, and not so much.
By the way, what's the over-under on, like, Hugh Jackman appearing in, like, the very last end bumper thing for Deadpool, being like, of all the memory implants I had, I wish I could forget our previous meeting the most. Bub.
Then lighting a cigar.
Pretty much.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Doubtful.
Maybe fuck my 200-year-old life. And on that issue, or shit, on that revelation, actually, I'm not gonna...
What?
Shit-face, cold, slap reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh.
Spaghetti.
So in closing, I will remind you to follow us on Twitter at The Slim James or at giant_size, theslimjames.com, giantsizecomicthings.com. The WIP What If podcast is on iTunes, on Stitcher, on YouTube, and on Vimeo. So go out there and find us. And remember, don't spend the rest of your life asking, what if?
I think he thinks gay means being Spider-Man. I don't know how you would confuse those two things.